it is impossible to be poor in Escape from Tarkov. I'm going to actually show you the best loot runs here on Lighthouse, and in 5 raids I made over 4.3 million rubles. So the first raid here, we start at the south of Lighthouse and we work our way all the way along the beach, all the way towards Road Camp, and then we get out at Scav Grotto. Now, I always do the first part of this map is just kind of stashes, toolboxes, etc. On this route, we found so many hammers, so if you are looking to get your hideout done with the hammer, there are so many hammers along this route as well, so take advantage of that. So as you can see, we are filling up all of our spaces in our inventory as we go along, and then we are exchanging things as we go on. When I come up to the wall here at Road Camp, I always make sure I voice line just to see if there are any other scavs in here, just to protect myself as I'm going over that wall. Now, annoyingly, we did not find a backpack in this raid because we could have made a lot more money. But as you see at the end of this raid, you will see how much money we make just from these few slots. Now, the other thing I would say is I do not go for the rogues gear. I do not go up any of the buildings. I do not go inside the buildings just because I know that if we aggro any rogues, it will just be over. So as you can see, we are just checking all the rare loot spawns, kind of filling our rig up as we go. And then here we realize that there's no point in carrying on through Road Camp, so we might as well take our win and get out at Scav's Grotto. Now, this raid in total took us around about 12 minutes to do, 10 to 12 minutes, and that is kind of what I normally try and do so we can get in and out pretty quick. Now, when selling, I sell a lot of stuff to the traders, but anything we can sell to the flea market, we do. But we do sell a lot to traders just to kind of get the money flowing quicker. As you can see, some of the stuff here, I'm just checking constantly to see if anything does go. If it doesn't go quick enough, I sell it straight to the traders. So as you can see with the helmet isn't going on the flea market, so we just sell that straight to the trader. This run itself wasn't the best because we didn't have a backpack, but I'll still show you how much money we made just through these few slots. Now, I always try to make sure that the slots are around about 10,000 rubles per slot, just to make sure that I know that I'm making the money as I'm going through the raid. We all know in Tarkov that it can take a long time to clear your stash, especially if you're trying to kind of make money and sell everything. It can take a while. But the good thing about this is that when I do go through all this and I sell all my items, by the time I've done that, I don't have a lot of time left to wait to get straight back into another scav run. That's nice and easy. That is the first raid done. And that is 869,000 rubles. 869,000 from the first scav run. This shows you how easy it is. So I hope you are going to enjoy this. If you are, please think about putting a thumbs up, liking, subscribing. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, I like this spawn, especially with 20 minutes to go. It means we can get into Rogue quite easy without a lot of hassle. So this run, as we start here in the village, we go through pretty much all the cabins, making sure we go through the boxes, collect anything we can pick up. Again, as always, we are filling all the slots until we kind of want to start throwing things away. Now, coming in here, you have to be careful because the rogues do like to run off the guns if they're on the guns and they will come for you. So, again, we checked before coming in. no rogues, so we were free to kind of run around and loot. Now, my scav rep is not that high. It is it's around about 3, so we're not anywhere near 6 yet. So that shows you you can get in here and loot without being the high scav rep of 6+. Now, again, we go through all the boxes. This is a big thing, because even if this has been done, we always go through all the big boxes, small boxes, tool boxes, gun boxes, everything, because a lot of people don't do them. Now, again, this doesn't seem like we're getting a lot of money here, but honestly, at the end, you can see it all still adds up. So we keep searching everything all the way to the very, very last stash at the end, just swapping out anything that we think is going to be worth more money. And we're lucky at the end here with some more bolts and some buckwheat. And that is us out and ready to kind of start selling. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole selling process because we've already seen that before, but I will show you the result for the very end and to show you exactly how much money we made on the second scav run. There we go. So there is one item that we're still waiting to sell, but I don't think that's going to sell, so we've just removed it. So that is now, we have made, just again, from one scav run, it literally took us 10 minutes, 700 grand. So 700,000. So really, really simple again. We're just going to keep cracking on. Let's see what happens. Okay, where are we? We are at, it's called, it's cool. So a different side of this to what we normally like to do. So this time we spawned at the tennis courts. So here we kind of want to go all the way through the tent here at the tennis courts, pick everything up. Also as well, go inside the house. Now, in the house, there is a load of boxes and crates that you can go through, rare loot spawns, etc. The garage is really good as well, so make sure you are looting the garage. Outside, there is a safe, as you can see here. Now, from here, we want to go all the way down to the next chalet, so the main chalet. We did hear some shots here, so we were just scoping it out just to make sure we weren't going to get sniped. We knew it was kind of safe, so we ended up going straight down to the next chalet. Now, again, at this point, we thought that we were going to go to road camp, but as you can see, we have just picked up a armor repair kit. We know that is a lot of money, so we end up kind of deciding that we're going to loot everything here. We're going to loot the house, and then we're just going to work our way to extract because we are getting extremely heavy at this moment. So as you can see, we are nearly 50k already. We are already over 50 kg. So we are just trying to fill up every slot we possibly can with anything now, because we want to kind of make sure that we get out with a full bag of goodies, really. We've just dropped our bag because we're running out of stamina. We do this a few times because we want to kind of make sure we have enough stamina to get across places that we think are dangerous. So we are heading towards road camp, but here, instead of going up, I follow the beach round. Now, I know this is a little bit safer to do this. I checked the time because with 10 minutes left, most of the PMCs should be gone. So I head along the whole beach all the way to the grotto, so I'm not getting involved with anything that's happening in road camp or near road camp. And that is it. We head all the way up and out, and that is our loot run for that side. Well, this is going to be a big one, guys. This is going to be a big one. Now, that is an easy 1.1 mil. Realistically, that is 1 million. Nearly 1.2 million. 1.2 mil in a scav run. Easy. So, Okay, so here we are, and we are in the middle of the map this time. We are south side still, but we're going to kind of run our same route that we normally do, starting with the stashes, going into road camp, and then getting out. So we head down the beach as always, making sure that we check all the crates and duffel bags as we go down, just because we know how much loot can be found here that people don't loot normally, especially PMCs. They kind of run straight past this. So it's a really similar run to the runs that we've been doing, especially the first run that we did, where we just go in and loot up, and come along the back of the car here and collect some things in the car with some ammo, and then straight into the construction bit. But already you can see how much money we have got on us, including that fuel filter, which is super expensive at the moment. A lot of people don't check here, especially coming up on top of the construction bit there. People will tend to miss a few items here, so make sure you do grab everything. And it's always nice to be able to just top up your items through duffel bags and stashes before getting into Rogue Camp itself. Now, as you can see through this one, there are a few stashes and boxes that are missing already. A few gunfires here, so we tend to make sure, again, as always, we VoIP before coming into the road camp, or instead of VoIP, we use, obviously, voice lines, Scav voice lines. Looks like there is a lot of things that are missing, so we are just going straight down into the middle to try and see what we can find. As you can see, a lot of it looks like it's been taken. But we keep going along, just picking up, again, everything we can find along the route. We definitely know people have been here, because we're going to come to a box in a minute where you can see that there is items on top of the box, on top of the crate. So they've obviously taken everything, but they couldn't take the Acer. So we are super lucky here that we checked this and we grabbed the Acer just for that extra bit of money. Again, same route as we do as always. We just want to make sure that we are heading straight out. Don't get involved with anything at road camp. Try and do the last stash if it is there, which this time it is. But it's already been done, and we get out. So this was a super quick and simple raid, as in we were only in this raid for 10 minutes. That was it. 10 minutes, and we do that. So super quick as always. Actually, a lot better than I thought. A lot better than I thought. 600,000, that one. 600,000. Not a bad one. And we actually won't sell that, actually. Sell that quickly. Yep, 600,000. Nearly 7. Honestly, this run is just so good every time. Okay, so we start right near the stash over the back. So this route is the exact same as our very first raid. So we do the exact same thing. We go straight through underneath pier. We go all the way into containers. Like, it is identical to the first raid that we did here on this video. But again, as you can see, we don't come across anyone. We don't do anything. It is exactly the same run. Yeah. And again, you can see how much money we make from this. It's insane. I know people get bored doing the same runs over and over and over again in Tarkov, and I totally understand that. But this is why I say you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot get poor in Tarkov. It's impossible. For me, it is totally impossible to be poor in Tarkov. Especially if you do this run. Again, if you think about it, we have only been in raids for nearly 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. 45 minutes. So under 1 hour of in-game time, you can make nearly 4.5 million. That's crazy. So if you take your time and dedicate your time to doing scav runs, you will honestly get so much money. It's brilliant. So we come across a few scavs here that are doing a very similar thing to us, but they miss a few of the good points like the Acer and other things. So again, you always have to be careful of other scavs, especially newer scavs for some reason, because they do like to tend to just shoot you and kill you. They don't care about the scav rep. But if you're an OG player, you know that the scav rep is quite important. So again, we don't get involved with any of the raiders or anything. We just want to kind of get in, loot, and get out. So as I say, you can see from this run we've got some amazing loot, super quick, and that is it. It really, really, really is that simple. Let's see how much we get from this raid. There we have it. Nice 800,000 again. Honestly, changed my mind that this is the best Gav map in the whole of Tarkov. So that is it. In total, we made 4.3 million rubles in just less than 45 minutes. Honestly, if you've enjoyed this video, please think about putting a thumbs up, hitting that notification bell, liking the video. But as always, we will see you next time for another Escape from Tarkov video.